Did you know that Egyptian priests had to shave off every bit of their hair every day?
I mean, I've seen Stargate, so yeah, I did know that.
Yeah, I did every day. Oh, is that a part of it? Is that a part of it? Every part of their hair.
They have no hair.
Yeah.
They have no hair.
That's true.
All that.
No, but
Right.
I guess
Like,
I
I didn't
never
know
thought
they did-
dick hair and like they had
Sure.
to scrape it with whatever, like a copper razor
Oh man.
Like
mean,
every day?
every
Yeah.
day. It's
They don't have any stubble, huh?
No, they started every day shaving every part of their body hairless.
Damn.
It is weird.
Yeah.
And it was, and that was just the priesthood, but the regular people shaved their heads too because they wore wigs.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess it was like they were trying to fix everything over there.
Hmm.
They also had miniature pet hippos.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Little like just moodangs for the pharaohs.
Yes, no, these were the average people
Oh.
because they were
Yeah, just like
they were livestock breeding motherfuckers, and they were shrinking, like they were doing all that stuff. I think they made I don't know. They may have made the cow,
Oh,
the ox.
okay.
sure.
Somebody
Yeah, I
did.
know what you mean.
They took an ox.
Right. The aurochs. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you recording proper?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I'm just vamping.
Yeah.
All right. We should talk one battle after another, I guess.
One battle after another.
All right.
Feels like it sometimes, doesn't it, boys?
Yeah.
Yes. That's a pretty apt name. This is P.T. Anderson's 10th feature film.
Yes.
Really putting Quentin Tarantino to shame here with the
Oh my God.
Right.
with the 10th film.
He has still not commented on it. I check every morning.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He hasn't said anything on it? That's so weird.
I think
That's like 2 weeks.
I think what he's going to do is he's being smart and he's swallowing it.
Yeah.
Whoever he talks to, whoever his friend, David Fincher or whatever, they're probably both like on the phone bitching it. They're probably got the most foul text stream right now, him and David Fincher. But like, because I think they're buddies now. I think that's official. Like they're best friends.
Right. Yeah. They're
And employing each other.
crisscross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, see, David Fincher's really like he's on that tier though.
Yeah.
I put him up there with P.T. Anderson. I think they're contemporaries. you know,
agree.
they're-
No, I agree. And this is what I'm saying that like there's like I bet there's a club, and I bet there's a Tarantino centric club, and probably a Shakes or a Spielberg centric club. And it looks like at some point Paul Thomas Anderson always played a rogue, but went to Spielberg. And so now every time they're sucking each other's dicks in the press all the time now. And Martin Scorsese, they're like they rescued Turner Classic Movies or whatever.
Together. Yeah, they did.
They joined
Yeah.
together, and they're sucking each other's dicks all the time. I mean, he's they've all like P.T. Anderson's always sucked their dicks, but
Sure.
but I bet that Tarantino has not commented, and they used to be friends. And Tarantino famously said, "I was going to retire when I couldn't finish the script in Inglourious Bastards." He'd been working on it for 6 years. He probably had a drug problem, I think, in the middle there. And he said, and I was about to quit, and I saw, and he made Death Proof in there somewhere.
Yes.
And he said, I saw There Will Be Blood. And he goes, and I said, I can't let this happen. I have to outdo this movie. And so that's what like sort of inspired him to finish Inglourious Bastards.
I gotta say, I don't think he really did.
Right.
Well,
I
I think his movies are the last. I think these are interesting. I know you're more down on him than I am. I think
I am more down on him.
Yeah.
However, I'm just saying that with time, these movies that PTA has made, they're mostly
they're different. I'm not. Yeah,
with
they're not on the same level.
right. But they kind of swerve. There is this thing where you think that you're getting, because I remember whenever you told me, I don't know where any of us were. I guess you were maybe you were living in Colombia, but you were like, P.T. Anderson is going to, I'm reading Oil by Upton Sinclair because P.T. Anderson is going to adapt it. And so you think you're going to get an adaptation, but what you're really not getting an adaptation.
No.
You're just, it goes through that prism of P.T. Anderson, and that's what you get. And then you think after that, you're like, oh, he's going to do a Scientology story. But that's not really, it's not really
that.
Scientology.
Not really, yeah.
It's just like, you think you're going to get something.
That's like he's dealing with these. And I think that's what I love about it is that I think that he marries. And the thing that I think is kind of like that I see in his process and admire is that he has this idea like this is a target rich environment. Like I would like to sit and make a movie about these things.
Right.
Like, it's kind of like a look board or something. I
get it. I get it.
Then he's like, but I don't know what this isn't a plot. And then you have to find a character, and then it's like he bores into that psyche in a way that's like, and he knows what's fundamentally interesting and what's peculiar about people, and it's a humane look, even when he's portraying a monster.
Yes. No. Everything. That's the thing, is that he's an extraordinarily humane storyteller.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the best.
That's what I think you're keying on is that's totally out of Tarantino's movies.
Oh,
and that's something I think that may be the thing that separates them ultimately. It may be like fundamental personal philosophy. Spielberg, Scorcese, and PTA are all very humane people. Like they love humans. And I don't think you can say that about Fincher or Tarantino. Yeah,
we know he loves feet, but like
parts of a human.
Yeah, and he's very carnal, and I think PTA is carnal too. One battle after another, But yeah. I think there's something like a fundamental, like a sadism to his movies. Where no one ever thinks that about P.T. Anderson.
Yeah.
Even Boogie Nights and even that punishing second act, it was just like very humane portrait,
Right.
And
and so you're kidding.
Tarantino may let's watch these fuckers die, and that.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about this.
Yeah,
I don't know how to answer this.
So here we get with One Battle After Another. It's a movie that's famously based off of another Thomas Pynchon book called Vineland, which came is Vineland. Vineland, or is it? It's Vineland, yes. Yeah, that's right.
Probably the only thing he's ever had close to a controversial novel. Well,
it came out in 1985, which is a famously 1985 as far as like. So it's easy that this book could get lost in the cultural mix of 1985. If you're reading new books in 1985, chef's kiss. Like one of all-time art years.
It was a great year.
Yeah. So we had like Lonesome Dove, we had White Noise, we had Blood Meridian. We were just like
it's literally three of the best books of the 20th century
ever. Sure, right? Which puts it in the running for the best books ever. So, and just all at once getting dropped in.
What was controversial about it? I don't remember the I
don't know.
Controversial. People hate having to read Gravity's Rainbow.
Well, it's not the length. It's not the length.
I've read 60% of it and gave up because and I can tell you one of the things that's astonishing about the movie is that he kept probably, I don't know, like 8 elements of the book and everything else. He just kept he was so sure-handed about keeping what was worth keeping and discarding the rest.
I think he probably uses these novels as an idea generator.
Yeah, it's a jumping off point.
And picks the best idea that he generated. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And so one battle after another. Best film of the year, man.
And there's been some good stuff this year.
So Wade, you liked it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't really, like, you were the last out of the three of us. You actually, was it worth?
Oh yeah.
Because I know it's tough for you personally to get to a movie theater sometime in a timely manner.
Yeah.
So do you feel like it was worth trouble, like the personal trouble that you had to go through to get to it?
Yeah. I mean, my worry going in was like, I hope I don't fall asleep. But right. But and I have a friend of mine was like, seemed like it was great, but I was tired and I fell asleep. Okay, but And he came in, I think he watched it again, loved it. But like, I went in there and I was like, it kept my energy up the whole time. I was wired at the end of it. I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it was too. It's probably. I mean, except for Boogie Nights, it's probably. I mean, it's along there with Boogie Nights as his most high octane movie.
Yeah, for sure. Oh like, yeah, I mean, there's octane, like literally,
Yeah. Oh yeah, like literally car chases. It's an action film.
Yeah.
But like, just as far as like the rhythm and the intensity and the cut of these kind of things, yeah, it really moves, man. I've thought about this movie.
Funny.
I thought about this.
It's funny, like Boogie Nights is too.
Yeah, it's incredibly funny.
His second movie has really got more in common with his 10th movie, maybe than all of them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, I don't know if that's the thing. I hate to come back to poor Quentin Tarantino, but I don't think that if he made a movie that it would have matched like the vibe or energy of Pulp Fiction, like so, or the verve or the creativity.
Why doesn't he write? I'm just if I had this suggestion to Quentin Tarantino.
Sure,
I know this is a digression from one battle to another.
Right.
Write about your favorite person who ever lived, Quentin Tarantino. Make a truly autobiographical movie, like an 8.5 kind of thing. Do it.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that kind of what he did though? And shelved? Wasn't that because that was rooted in like a critic who like started off the critic is in the story that the movie critic started off getting us educated in a video store. So it was kind of, I think he kind of did that.
Ooh, and then shelved it. Huh?
Ooh, now I'm thinking about, now I'm creating my own little story in my head. What if Quentin Tarantino wrote, because he has this famous story where he was working for a long time. He was going to work in a movie theater or in the video store, because he's a lot older than I thought. He's going to work in the video store in 81, 82, whatever. And then he was going to like learn the movie business and get around there. His plan was to do that. He was like 17 or 18 or whatever. And then he was going to go and make it in Hollywood. And so he found out 10 years later, because he was smoking weed and drinking and he had friends and he was comfortable. It was like a swinger situation. And he'd been there for like a long time and made no progress. So he made all of these structural life changes and he got discovered. What if that didn't happen? What if that didn't happen? Like, Tarantino, make that movie. Make that movie about you and make it where you're the hero. Don't make it about how sad I'm not a big movie theater. I'm unrequited. Just make it Quentin Tarantino's adventures as a normal, cool ass guy. And just make it stupid and like put some heart into it. Like, be all, because he's
asking him to make a Kevin Smith movie is what you're trying to
Yes. I think that's the only thing he's got to do to get out of this film. Because I think he needs to look humanely on a character, and I don't. I think that's the best way to get a narcissist to do that.
Well, his grip is too tight, and I think it's a narcissistic grip. He's
he's
got that death grip,
which is but yeah, one battle after another.
I think he's broken. I think he's broken after this movie, because look at what it does. It outdoes everything. I think it's going to be talked about for years. I think it's going to get Best Picture, which Quentin Tarantino's never got. I think that it's going to get
Best Adapted Screenplay.
Yes. I think it'll get that. But I think he's had those before. But he's never gotten Best Picture, and he's never gotten Best Director. And I think Paul Thomas, at least one of those. Now, no, they're not going to give. I don't think they're going to give it to Hamnet, because that just looks like a movie that isn't going to do well at the box office. And they're not going to give Chloe Zhao a second Best Directing Oscar. So I don't think that movie. I think P.T. Anderson's probably a sure-on favorite to win it right now.
Yeah,
unless something.
You're probably right.
And if Trump makes it a big deal, then it gets bigger. And then it's like a bigger statement.
Has he been talking about it?
No, but I think that there was a wave of like the right-wing review film industry, because everything's entertainment now.
Yeah.
Entertainment is politics now.
Sure.
And so there was this, like, nobody was commenting on it. And then like this week, Ben Shapiro dropped a review of it.
I think this is a totally irresponsible piece of leftist of fantasy wish casting that's going to get people killed.
That kind of shit.
Oh.
And I think now it was like ignore it and then answer it. So I think that there is a growing. It was a big it's a big thing on the left. All the Chapo webs are posting, and it's talked about. And it's gonna, and it wasn't the box office bomb. That wasn't the worst case, like the worst case scenario.
No, it wasn't best case either. It wasn't what they wanted.
No, it wasn't best case, but it wasn't like a smash. But it did better. It did better than Killers of the Flower Moon. And it probably
is it a slow burn money wise? Like, could it? If it sticks around, it could.
That's what they're banking on. They're banking on you'll get a lot of downloads on Oscar season.
Right.
It won't go to streaming until after the Oscars. So
Warner Brothers really wanted a Leo movie to do, not Titanic, but
well, it was. I was. It seems like, and I knew this about P.T. Anderson. His nepotism's kind of protected him a little bit over the years. He had some connection through his life to a guy named Mike DeLuca, who ended up becoming. He is currently the vice president of Warner Brothers Pictures, and he produced Boogie Nights. He got that Boogie Nights contract, that salad, like how much they put in that movie, how well they went after a top name talent, and all that stuff for a kid who kind of has a half good movie on his hand.
Right.
And so Mike DeLuca has been P.T. Anderson's like thing, he's like his Don Draper in a way.
Oh, okay,
And so they countered this. He got everybody was getting fired at Warner Brothers. Mike DeLuca did a power grab, and he got PTA a contract for $150 million to make this movie.
Right.
And that was enough to get Leo and all the action and shoot it on the big dumb expensive cameras that they wanted to shoot it on.
Right.
But the bank this has to like P.T. Anderson, he's like, I wrote an action film. He didn't give up final cut, but he allowed review screenings. But it has to do good. You have whole idea is like this. If you want to if everything isn't going to become meme movies and like, Roy, like fucking like whatever dumb superheroes are punching each other that way and meme movies. If you want real movies in the theater, this movie's got to do good. And I think there was like a number, and it did better than Killers of the Flower Moon, and that's sort of how they were gauging that. And so that was also, I think, a comparatively big budget. So he may have sort of saved movies with this movie.
Right.
So it's important in the industry. It's going to be important at Oscars.
Award season. Yeah.
And it's just got the makings, this isn't like P.T. Anderson's made movies in the last few years. I didn't say Licorice Pizza's got the makings. This is a genius. I wasn't sucking at snob.
Right.
I was like, it's good.
Licorice Pizza, it was a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I think what Licorice Pizza was definitely, I do want to aacknowledge it was a stepping stone as far as action was concerned.
Oh yeah,
he moved vehicles for the first time in that.
Yes,
I mean, there was a vehicle. You remember the van, the van escapades and stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's action set pieces in like Licorice Pizza that I think
Punch Drunk Love starts with a really big truck.
Yeah.
Tipping, going end over end, car crash.
Yeah, that's right too. So like
he's never even sourced.
He's dipped his toes in the water is what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
Because this movie, the climax centers. It uses unique cinematic visual language to set up an action in a way that I haven't seen before. It was, I thought it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was so. You saw it in IMAX, Wade?
No.
Oh, Wade.
No, I did not. I saw it standard.
Oh, okay. I saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, I saw it standard.
And it was like you're getting there and you're like, oh shit, this is like dizzying. This is like a roller coaster. And then I remembered that Scorsese said that Marvel movies are roller coasters, and I think it was in some ways there was some sort of cheekiness that like it's put in a roller coaster in it. Here's everybody. This is P.T. Anderson's Marvel movie, and but how it set it up visually, and then how ultimately Willa, set the trap, and her kind of, you see her thinking of getting the idea of the trap. It was so interesting. The middle, this really like amazing action sort of, sequence in the middle. Just a beautiful movie. Like, it's good. Like, Lawrence of Arabia is good. It's like like top tier, like filmmaking. Like how, like my favorite shot. And I was like, I don't even know how they got that shot.
Oh yeah.
Is when they're going over the buildings.
Yes.
And in one VistaVision film take, seemingly.
Yeah, right.
Leonardo DiCaprio falls off of a 4-story building, falls through a tree, lands on the ground, gets up, and walks past the camera. And the camera follows him.
I thought Leonardo goes over the side, and then it cuts to the tree, and he's in shadow, like lit.
Well, maybe it's one take. It's one take though.
Yeah, I can't remember the shot. Like he goes and then he falls and he disappears, and then then
Oh yeah.
So he's
but
off
it's all
frame,
like
and
one
then
take.
he lands on a mat or something.
And so clearly there's some sort of trickery, some sort of they pulled a Mickey, or whatever. But like, but yeah, and just like, but it was, and then that is one part of just one of the most like pulse pounding sequences from the moment they get to his house until the moment he's arrested. Like, it's probably about 30 minutes. And it's just like one continuous action sequence with all of this dialogue, all of this insane stuff going on. You see an entire underground, like, railroad network,
the Latino Harriet Tubman situation,
and how they work, and how calm, and Benicio del Toro was doing this like he's some maestro in this scene, how he floats through it.
They always talk about how like a key to acting is listening is, and so I really feel like Benicio del Toro actually takes it to like an even further by half listening, because every time Bob says something,
I don't know what time it is, and he goes, it's 8:15.
Right, but he's always doing these kind of like wry and sublime like responses that are calming and taking care of it. Like, I thought Benicio del Toro was
telling him exactly what he needs to hear, and then you see him deal with other people differently. There's this really great moment in the crazy hubbub where his son won't get off the phone because he's trying to get everybody in place for their operations. Right. And his son's like hanging on the phone, and he's like, get the fuck off the phone. Right. Leonardo jumps like he's yelling at him. He goes, I'm charging my phone, man.
Yeah.
And like that made me laugh by it. Like all of this crazy shit going on, and it's serious.
Oh, it was
like,
funny.
It was funny and serious. Like, they were like a scary threat was on its way.
I think we should talk a little bit about how we kind of have like one of the best movie villains of the 21st century. In Stephen J. Lockjaw, and it's like a Sterling Hayden type performance. Like people will. People talk about the fluoride mandrake,
Yes.
They'll be talking about the jet ski, Lockjaw's jet ski for years.
Sterling Hayden is my other favorite. Sterling Hayden's got two of my favorite film moments of all time. One of which is that the mandrake scene. I deny them my ass.
Yeah, mandrake.
That old modeling. Yeah. But the second one is in Godfather when he looks up and he's got the pasta in his mouth.
Yeah.
And Michael shoots him in the neck.
Yeah.
Like, that was such a great sequence. And just how dumb he looks because he was so threatening in the scene before. And I don't know. I love Sterling Hayden. But yes.
Yeah, everybody looks kind of dumb when they're like stuff in their face. That's kind of the point. Like you're all of a sudden you're like waylaid by your humanity.
Yeah. Or when you're talking to the Christmas Adventurers.
Yes, the Christmas Adventurers, which was a hilarious.
Yes.
I mean, I think a lot of people are sort of amazed at how prescient this is, but actually, I'm a little saddened to say it's a little bit behind the times. I think in its depiction of white supremacy is a horrible thing behind closed doors, and now you've got like the senator from my state making public speeches about how like the land is for white people. So it's like
I heard
saying the Christmas Adventure stuff like out loud, live streamed publicly, knowing that full well that with nobody can really touch you, there'll be no repercussion. So it's like, on one hand, I'm glad that he's skewering these ghouls. On the other hand, and I'm glad that it feels prescient to people, but it's still, reality is unfortunately, that's not PTA's fault. It's not an artistic failing. It's just unfortunate that reality is.
And it doesn't square. I mean, you are seeing sort of race. You are seeing sort of a glimpse of how the the military in a city. That's prescient.
Yeah.
And that would have not been prescient if this movie came out last year. Like that would have felt like, this is an escalation of what we have now. But like now it's a minor escalation to what we have now because they're actually doing, like, but these it was the military, like, if, I don't know, we are sending the military. I don't know. It seems like it's hell, but then every time I see a fucking picture of it, I seem so fucking incompetent and there's like 1 million people on the streets. And I don't know if I'm being fed that by my, like, I don't know. Everything's algorithm, so I don't fucking know anymore.
So yeah, that's the thing. Is
we can't really trust. Does it look like that these idiot leaders are putting forth a unscary military? It's just kind of what it seems, but I don't know. Are we not? You have to assume you're not seeing the worst. So
yeah.
We're gonna. I mean, we know what's going on, and it's going on. Yeah. So like, I get what you're saying. I do think he lucked out. Like, not lucked out. That's horrible. He lucked out by everybody else getting. Everybody else getting having it worse, but by the military
having it worse.
Yeah. So. Yeah. The battle. I think that was supposed to be the name of the movie too. The Battle of Bactan Cross, which was what was going on in the background of all that shit. The invasion to get that was at the town of, I don't know, it was like a fake town, Bactan Cross, which is supposed to seem like one of these mountain towns we have up here.
Right.
In Northern California.
Yeah. Everything is California, P.T. Anderson. That's all he knows.
Yeah, everything is California. Hey, that's fine. We've got enough. We're a wonderful palette for him.
Sure.
Even though they did film most of that in Texas.
Oh yeah.
Even
if it took place for
probably tax incentives or something.
Tax reasons, yeah.
It was I don't know, man.
Has he ever made a movie not set in California? I guess they go to Hawaii and
Phantom Thread is in England.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So Phantom Thread.
So he has. Okay, yeah.
And the Master was like,
it's all over the place. Yeah,
it's all over the place.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, he really has got nobody's going to say that he retreads. That's
yeah.
That tweet that you sent in the text, or that kid said it's giving me Wes Anderson vibes. And I'm like, I'm begging for you kids to see a different movie. But the fact that everything interesting about it was giving me P.T. Anderson vibes. It felt like his voice.
Yeah.
For those of us who are familiar with his work. Yeah,
I would have thought this guy's ripping off, because it's a modified Scorcese, because that's sort of, I think that's just like, there's clearly a lineage there where the camera's constantly moving. The cinema. I mean, he ups the game on cinematography.
And he's doing the one take, Altman stuff. Who was this other guy?
Yeah. Yeah, and so it does look. He does that sort of what do they call it, Gordon Willis lighting, where everything's kind of darker than you think it needs to be, but it like makes the light look really vibrant. Yeah, The Master. I mean, The Master is quite possibly the most beautiful movie I've ever seen. I don't know. I could just live in that movie. It's like if Edward Hopper made a movie, like painted a movie. It's the most like perfect, meticulous. I don't know. I could live in that movie. Everything about it looks so good. And I thought, to Tarantino's credit, I thought
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time, I could have lived in that movie too. Every detail.
See,
of
that's
every
how
costume.
I feel. That's how I feel about Miller's Crossing.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Another movie that does that, the movie's not good, but it does that, is in the Miller Crossing. Have you ever seen Road to Perdition?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's got that kind of cozy 30s, like, I don't know. It looked good. Yeah, so, and this looks really good too. This looks like visually it looks really good. It like it's so interesting. And it is kind of it's got a little more of an unambiguous structure than most of his movies, because it's clear that there's like you get this kind of 30-minute short movie,
right,
and then you get this other movie that's like a sequel to it, and the themes obviously follow through, but like the tone and the like sort of pace and the time scale is different. So like I really I liked the first third so much. That seems to be the part that I'm seeing the most conversation about.
Oh, REM.
The left wing act. What's it called? The French 75.
Oh, right.
Sequences.
Yeah,
yeah, because all the I mean the online. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of talking about black bodies. That's
right.
happened.
You like black girls, yeah. You like black.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of whole conversation going on. Whenever whenever you deal with black themes in a movie, but there's interracial, and there's there's always a lot of conversation going on.
Right, and it's not glide. It's not like it's not glide. They don't glide over it. It's like up stay like it's just like
And from the left wing of it, you get this kind of like, you feel like, I've heard of some that they feel like they would like Perfidia to be flawless. The character of Perfidia, which is this very interesting, fully dynamic woman that you get to meet, and her life and her leaving is the focus of the whole second half of the movie. So you have to make her this strong presence to kind of last throughout the whole movie.
Right.
And she does a great job, God.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a super interesting P.T. Anderson character. You know, it's a black woman revolutionary. You feel like she's got like Che Guevara vibes. She's got a little bit of like rock and roll, or I was thinking Tupac, that kind of louder than life personality. And then like all these people around him that are doing like serious, like kind of doesn't ever really exist, serious left-wing activist, terrorism. And just loved every bit of it. I don't know.
The stuff that doesn't really exist is like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like it's the Weathermen, right? That's like the last.
Well, sort of. The Weathermen did, and it all went to shit when they shot a security guard. I think it killed him.
Yeah.
That's when they went to shit. But they were,
and that's kind of what happened. That's what happens here. Right?
Yeah. But the tone and the temperament, the development, they didn't have ferret networks. They didn't have all of these people working the phones and codes. This is a much more evolved network.
Right.
This may have been more like what existed in Russia before the October Revolution.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a kind of a distortion of reality. It's like you have the Christmas adventurers.
I would make it takes place and I would also make the reference that I think you're supposed to maybe think it's in the future. Because when they catch Perfidia, she's got he's filming her with like an iPhone. With the cops, that was a great shot too, with the cops mocking her while she's in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
So I think maybe the second half of the movie
takes place in 2009.
They had iPhones in, yeah.
How do you get that?
How do you?
I've never seen that. There's been no announcement of what time period.
They said it takes place. All the stuff now happens now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to be now.
Like it's set in.
I mean, I agree, but like.
I mean, they had if it,
I don't think. But even if you go back to the end, there wasn't that kind of left wing activism then. So there was, and there wasn't those kind of ISIS camps that they're liberating.
No,
that was much more of a modern setup.
That's true.
That they were liberating.
Right.
So I mean, you have an alternate world situation. So it's just what time period it's supposed to be reflecting. But both time periods feel like now, which is highlighted, lampshaded in the screenplay by. So it's like not much has changed. And so it is kind of, the situation is kind of the same. And you see Lockjaw was doing this shit 16 years ago. He's doing the same shit now. Probably, I think he was promoted. Yeah, he got the...
Yeah, he got bumped up, yeah.
He got the... no, that's another thing that's super fake. What did he get? The Nathan Bedford Forrest Award?
Oh yeah,
right. yeah.
It's a little. It's not subtle.
A little on the nose there, PT.
Yeah.
I know your number on that one. I guess it's probably subtle to most people.
Right. So not everybody, went to high school 30 miles from Nathan Bedford Forest State Park.
Bedford Forest High School.
Yes. Right.
Or the state park in Memphis where he killed all of those black soldiers.
Yeah.
They had surrendered and he killed them anyway.
Yeah. Needless to say, we had plenty of reminders to let us know who Nathan Bedford Forrest was and what he may have founded.
Yeah. So, but just it still was about, like, I still think it had a lot of character. We have a completely like a MacGuffin lead. Like, it's like Psycho in that way. Because in no way, in any sort of save the class writing class, does Leonardo DiCaprio qualify as a lead of any movie. In this, like, he is not the lead of this movie. He is like the story by which
that's where he's most common. That's where he has most in common with Altman.
Mm-hmm. This
is like this is like a character in MASH. That kind of like level of satire.
Mm-hmm. Where you're watching a joke of a person.
Right.
Yeah. And so
even Elliot Gould in The Long Goodbye in he's got more in common with Elliot Gould than like The Long Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with how he lives, which is also another famously Californian.
Yes.
It's an Altman.
Right. Well, I mean, and he's wearing a Nike, like the dude. I mean, there's a little Lebowski in there too. Even.
Oh yes,
yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. He has. Yeah,
Lebowski was a father. Yeah, he's gonna be little Lebowski's.
He has that. Yeah. And it's a type. It's we exist.
I know. I know you exist, James.
My culture's not a costume, PC. No. But. Yeah, but okay. So I was, if you follow story, the story structure. Like at some point, I was like, he's not really the main. He's not doing anything. Like, and I think that you get that kind of irritation because you want the hero to take.
You want him
reins.
to be the hero, but you don't realize what you're watching until.
The
best stories are the ones where you don't know what you're watching until it tells you at the end.
Yeah. And it's the phone conversation where it starts getting on your nerves and you're like, okay, like he needs to like, how is he going to solve this problem if he doesn't get smarter than this?
Yes.
And like he does, like, I think that you at some point you're like when, I think it was the scene between her and I thought like this had the energy of a face off between your two leads, this villain and the lead between Willa and Lockjaw. And then at some point I was like, oh, is she like, does she get herself? Does she solve this movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Is this her movie? Yes. And it totally is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's her movie. You don't know what you're watching. You're watching. It's like, yeah. That's one of the genius things about it is how it reveals information.
Yeah. She's the one that remembered all the shit. She was the one that knew all the passwords for Regina Hall.
Yes,
she, and she was, you realize she's on a journey. She's changing, and then I think it was when he goes on that he has that panic attack where he's like, I don't know how to comb her hair. I don't know how to comb her hair, and Like you're like, oh, okay, we're watching the side character this whole movie, you know, and it's kind of interesting. Like I do, and I guess it sets up that she's the main character, and the struggle is in her like sort of thematic or emotional struggle is between these kind of two fathers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
you know, and I don't know if I thought that was going to be that movie before, like when it started. So yeah. It's a lot of things. Like
he's
like
not the stepfather. He's the father who stepped up.
Yes,
yes.
He should have that on his shirt.
But watching him step up is hilarious.
Yes,
and so that's the thing. At every intersection, do you think is this?
You fall in love with him.
Oh, sure.
You fall in love with him because he doesn't give up. God, it would be everybody else would have give up at some point. That dumb. Anybody made of that would have gave up at that point. It just I can't do it. And you would have some sort of shutdown. But he pulled through. You know,
right. I mean, even whenever he's so dumb that he barely allows himself to be saved by the community of people.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. I mean, he's not
him.
dumb. He used to be smart, and he's like, shit, man, I've just been getting high and fat for 30 years.
It does establish that he's lost a lot of step. Like does. The movie does it. He was still pussy. Back, you see that he's not the leader; he's the follower. That's very clear in the beginning.
Yeah, he was he knew where the wires went. Like,
he's support, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is support. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's funny to watch somebody who's not, the baddest ass.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mom, Perfidia was clearly the badass character that was equipped to go and save her daughter from Lockjaw. But she's not the one who's got, she's not the one that's going to do it. It's going to be the support guy. It's going to be here's the two wires guy.
Yeah.
And
what you got to understand about these chemicals guy.
And put him on there. He was willing to face the shit that she wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, I mean, you have to even say with Perfidia, so like that he had some metal that Lockjaw and Perfidia both didn't have, because they does go to lengths to highlight that these are kind of this like whatever genus of human personality type, like their Lockjaw and Perfidia were the same,
right?
Like they had that like they were like they're tigers like the tiger people. Like they're predators. They don't make friends. They're hyped up. There's an egotism. There's like a kind of chaotic drive, and it's wrapped into sexuality. It's wrapped into sexuality with her. Yeah,
Oh yeah, man.
And with him too. And that's why I think he falls in love with her. I do think that was genuine, but just sick. And it's he's a fucking insane man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So like,
oh man, when he goes into her house,
and
he finds that note. I need to get that. I need a screenshot of that note.
This pussy don't puff.
Yeah, I know. That's gonna be a good reply gif one day.
Yeah. So and I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
I mean, his makeup at the end. Whenever he gets, he's horribly disfigured.
Also, P.T. Anderson doesn't give him a cool death either. He gives him like a shitty death, like embarrassing death.
Yes.
There's somebody could argue and whine like, did they even need that scene at the end? He's dead, and then they have to kill him again. But like, I mean, it's already a long movie. Couldn't they cut stuff? Because they could have just had him die in the desert or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad they did. I mean, I like that last scene.
Yeah,
but it is kind of like an addendum. Like,
it's just that he clean. That he's. Yeah, I think the American character isn't the guys, the Christmas adventurers.
Yeah,
that's not the prototypical American, because they had those in Europe too. They still do. They still have a ruling elites that are obsessed with race science. The Lockjaw, the striver,
Right.
the rise and grinder, the military, you know,
Right.
that is a uniquely American character.
Yeah.
This like sycophantic sort of guy who doesn't belong, who's trying to impersonate a winner personality that they've seen in others.
Right. Oh, this
Who
guy's
thinks the system exists for them and therefore cannot turn on them. We think that
Yes.
that sort
right.
of
Right.
like,
I'm such a fucking badass. I'm
Mhm.
gonna, and and then he gets up after he gets
Right.
ran over. You know,
He says that to when he's going to kill Willa. He gets that and he goes, "Your mother was a warrior." He's still defending her. He respects something in her, and it's it's that like selfish drive.
right.
And yeah. It's a real interesting and layered movie.
Yeah, but he doesn't get to go out like a
Nope.
you don't get to go out like a warrior. You go out with like a chump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that I think that's something that, like you said, Hugh, that I do think is true. That I like both this and Eddington dealt with like a hell world, hell on the American West.
Right.
They put hell world in the American West, got big widescreen cameras and shot it.
yes.
And like Eddington, I mean, it makes you feel not crazy because you live through it and you're like, oh, he saw it too.
Sure.
But it is like, oh, wow, we are fucked. And this is a nightmare. And this movie, it somehow didn't make me feel that way. Like it does.
No, I think Ari Aster, I think he's like Sid at the end of Toy Story 1. You know? I think he's a sick kid playing, like blowing up GI Joes in his backyard with his movies. I mean, Sid is. If you look at his creations, they're creative.
Yeah,
Sid is good at doing what Sid does.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that there is. I don't think Ari Aster is a humane filmmaker or storyteller. I'm not, and that's what makes me uninterested in him.
Okay.
I guess.
I do think that he is. I've seen all 4 of his films now, and I do think that. I don't know. I think he's definitely got something to say, and I think that he's definitely putting his id out there, and that's like my favorite thing. I think that's why I like Tarantino. Is that you see?
I'm not saying he doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's.
But
not,
I don't.
I think he's communicating.
Yeah.
I think there's a limit to the.
That's
I think
what
there's
I
a limit
think.
to what he could offer. I think there's a.
He may always be that kind of. He may always have that limit. You know, that ceiling. That he's not going to give you a humane.
Right.
That's one of those movies that sit like that for a long time. Yeah. And I think it's in him.
I mean, the ending of Eddington is sort of in this time where it's like, well, I don't know. What do you see? That kind of like that sort of like too cute by half.
I do
kind of irritates me in this climate. Like that's not. I think it's an interesting document. I still really believe that. But it's a painful experience, and it's sort of he does sort of loathe everybody.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to go too hard at it because I do think that he goes like Joe's not a caricature. He's got heart. He's got all of the things that you want to see in a person. There's the people that he's cared about, things that he does. The movie is about these giant blind spots. These giant blind spots that he has that is a part of everybody who's being manipulated and fed this narcissistic violence, you know. And
that stuff at the end what that he does to Joe, where he has him like cucked by his own nurse and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That is Sid's type stuff. That's what I'm talking about with my bees. Okay.
Yeah, I could see that, and that was the first, and I do feel that way. These last 2 movies, I think his first 2 movies had better endings than his last 2 movies. I think they're all kind of.
Are we talking
Ari Aster? I think they all have like. You know, they all kind of land on a scene. You see like it's like a painting where, you know, they all end on this image.
Right.
And it's supposed to be, what do you interpret it with the engine? And I think they're all kind of, I never feel like there's like, I need to see it again. Like you think there's a deeper element there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever anything like that.
I mean, I'll defend the end of Eddington. I mean, it's not it's not a happy ending. It's kind of
yeah,
it's like, but I mean, it's like, what do you have to be happy about? All the,
But is it
we got the AI
edgelord?
over here.
Is it like a Nine Inch Nails song, or a Marilyn Manson song? Like I think is it too edgy?
I don't have to have characters I love at the end of every movie I like, and
that's not what we're saying. I don't like Lockjaw.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, right. I mean, but at the end,
I'm saying that something about it seems it's like a hat on a hat on a hat. Like like is it?
I think there's a limit to finger pointing. Art,
well, the ending of Eddington isn't really about Joe's ending. It's about like the fucking.
Yeah, but the image. I'm talking about just the image we end up.
Okay, well, I'm just talking. Yeah, but I mean, it's about the data center being the victory that you didn't see the whole time. Yeah, and then but the end of one battle, it's Willa's going out there to continue to fight, and her dad's, I mean, that's an optimistic ending.
And theoretically different and changed than what her mother would be.
Exactly. Yeah.
It went through the Orphic cycle.
It leaves us with a character that continues,
yes, and
has her story continue. Whereas Eddington, the character's stories are all over.
She comes from a long line of revolutionaries.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So. You get one more generation of a revolutionary. Yeah. It is more hopeful, and it does show, it ends on the humanity.
Yeah.
Of these people. And I think that, do I want to derail this by questioning the Coen? Is Joel Coen on anybody's group text? All right. Anyway.
I think Joel Coen. Okay. Well, what beef do you have?
I was gonna.
My thing with them is that they're 20th century artists.
I don't know. I like their 21st century movies, man.
Yeah,
I do too. But they're 21st.
I feel like Joel is like, I'm 70 fucking years old. I don't really have to do anything anymore. And Ethan's still out there. He's got.
If we're including Spielberg and these group texts, if we're including Spielberg and Scorcese, then I'm just saying Coen's probably in somebody's group text, and I don't know if it's in the Tarantino.
I mean, Barry Sonnenfeld.
Maybe that's probably for real. They're actual friends, but I wonder in these.
Yeah.
And these like Council of Elders situation.
I think that they're their own thing, because I think that a lot of these guys, and I definitely know Ari Aster, they feel like they have to account for, or they have to reckon with the Coen Brothers,
right? Ari Aster,
in a way.
I actually thought a little bit about the Coen Brothers while watching one battle too.
Yeah,
there was something about the highway chase scenes, and there was a little bit of the mixture of the comedy with the chasing, the child cat and mouse thing. It was like, there's a little bit and I don't know if that's accidental or whatever, but you do get that flavor.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned Lebowski.
Yeah,
well, I do think that they got their Mad Max. The Coens were obsessed with the Road Warrior movie.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah,
that was their inspiration for Raising Arizona.
The only other good Max movie. There's only two good Mad Max movies: Road Warrior and Fury Road.
Fury Road.
I liked Furiosa too, but I haven't watched it again. So what does that tell me?
I liked it, but it's not like
sure.
I mean, the thing is, the Coens, we're going back to
nihilistic.
They're not. I wouldn't call them humane filmmakers.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually trying to put them on the spectrum too, because I
do think that they are.
I don't think they are.
I feel like they are.
Well,
I feel like.
I mean, I think that they are. If you put them in a school of philosophy, they are nihilists.
Yeah,
but they don't believe in anything, do
you? I actually do think that they are. I don't feel like they have contempt for life.
That's what I feel like they don't have contempt for their people dealing with life. And I think that
they're right.
Yeah, even a movie that is mean.
I think that they think that they see human connection as something beautiful. I think Raising Arizona shows that. Yeah. I think Oh Brother Where Art Thou shows that.
Yeah.
I think that they have.
They're still burnt after reading.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
and A Serious Man. I mean,
and the most nihilistic movie, and a movie that's literally about nihilism. Yeah, A Serious Man is probably and Llewyn Davis are the most depressing movies I ever watched in my life.
and that feels like some of their most personal movies too. You know,
yeah.
So
He's clearly their dad is the prototype for the main character.
I could see. I think that I just think that they have a wide. They believe in the wide breadth of human experience. I guess
I do too, and I think that you see that in them with their detail of observation.
Yeah,
sure.
They really get they make these characters that are a collection of I don't want to say a collection of eccentricities because that's what gives you the wrong idea. There's a system to this. You know, they're real people. We're talking about A Serious Man, the Richard Kind character, the guy who's driven insane by math religion, who's been trying to he's clearly he's doing something. He's wrote a language and a secret code to talk to aliens or something. He's clearly having an emotional breakdown. And the movie looks at him very tenderly for the nuisance kind of character that he is. And I think a pedophile, maybe. I think that's hinted at.
Yeah, there's a little bit. He did something.
Yeah.
I think they did.
No, I think he's a pedophile.
He's got some.
That movie's bleak as fuck.
Yeah,
he's been in and out. He's been to jail before.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I've seen it. I've only seen it twice.
Yeah,
but I think that he has a sort of analog with the John Goodman character.
Yeah,
I agree. There's a lot of John in Barton Fink.
I knew where you were going with it. Yeah,
right. Yeah, you knew where I was going, but I was like, he's
a lot of John Goodman in these.
I do think, and as more time passes, I like Wade says that Barton Fink is his favorite movie, and the more I think about it, it might be one of mine. It's as time has gone on, I think Barton Fink has really risen in my personal pantheon quite a bit.
Okay, let me give you the full. Okay, I think that the one I have the deepest well of heart for, and it's Raising Arizona because I grew up with it.
Sure.
The one that I think is probably their best screenplay is Miller's Crossing. It's just a work of art. It's a crystalline beauty of a screenplay. And
you're forgetting about The Man Who Wasn't There.
The Man Who Wasn't There. These are good. Yeah, I'm not. And
that's really good on the page too. I'm just saying
the movie that gutted me was Llewyn Davis.
Oh yeah,
that movie fucking gutted me. And I do think it's humane. I do think it's humane.
I think you watch a Llewyn Davis and a Barton Fink double feature, and you could, if you're an artist, those two together,
yes,
would be quite a weekend.
I think Fargo is their Revolver. I think it's their just pure best. It was firing.
I think their pure best is probably No Country for Old Men.
Oh, I guess that's true. I can't leave that out of there. Either.
See, you can't. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's not.
So we just went over their oeuvre, and it's pretty incredible.
We're always talking about the Coen Brothers. We always go back to talking about the Coen Brothers.
Yep.
Why? I mean, how can you not?
I guess I was trying to put them on we've set the spectrum up where there's humane endings, P.T. Anderson, inhumane endings.
I mean, Hudsucker Proxy is a very humane and hopeful. Yeah. I mean, it's there.
By humane,
I'm not saying every one of their.
I don't even think. I don't even mean humane in that it has a hopeful, happy ending. It's just like they're.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like in human connection. Human connections are valuable to us,
right? Or just how that seems like they feel about their own characters. I think they're pretty cerebral about it.
Like, you know how like in a Tarantino movie, you couldn't ever imagine another character telling another character in the movie that they need them. I really need you right now. I'm vulnerable, or something like that, or they're all some form of public. You know, they're fronts. They're either archetypes or and that's fine. That's his oeuvre. But like that's like Scorsese's bread and butter, and always has been. You know, these characters that are 100% real, uncomfortably real. With Raging Bull, like you are like,
or even Lily Gladstone's character in Flowers, like needing to be loved by this guy,
yes,
and needing him not to be the thing.
A screenplay by Paul Thomas Anderson. He confirmed that, by the way. Yeah, he wrote that movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, right.
And I remember
Top to
saying
bottom?
when we were talking about it, top to bottom. I mean, he by law and by like, you know, custom, he can't say by how much he rewrote it. Because Tony Gilroy can't say that about Rogue One either.
Right.
But the guy that's credited as screenplay, and he got an Oscar nomination for it. He said, I didn't write a word of that screenplay. I wrote the screenplay of the book, which is about the Jesse Plemons character.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when what happened was Leonardo, I guess this is tied together with the lore of this movie. Leonardo DiCaprio wanted to call an audible and change it. Martin Scorsese didn't want to wait. And so I guess somehow P.T. Anderson came in and said, I'll write you a movie in a month or whatever. And he did it on time, and he did it without credit. But I think there was probably maybe Leo took a pay cut or something in this movie. So I think there might have been a back scratch.
Oh yeah, there was
going on there.
Yeah.
So I think because it was kind of Leo that made him become involved. But I remember saying when we were talking about that movie, I was like, the screenplay of this is fucking zipping.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was funny and serious. I thought I think that scene in Killers of the Flower Moon. Now that I know that he wrote it, that scene where Louis Cancel Me is they're interviewing, they're like putting him on trial, and he's like, are you going to kill your kid? And he goes, not if you tell me I won't inherit their land. I was like, that's a Paul Thomas Anderson line. That's a funny, like, that's intense, dark line. I think that the Coens are in the middle. And I don't know if, like, because they have, like, Burn After Reading is a mean movie.
Yeah.
Sure. I think they make movies in bad moods.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell when they've made something in it. They work even when they're in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Which I can.
And Joel looks like he's in a bad mood
all the time.
he never looks to be in a good mood from what I've seen.
Yeah. You said him and Guillermo. I bet, where does Guillermo fit into it all?
Oh,
I bet I bet the highly structured filmmakers like Guillermo Del Toro.
Guillermo Del Toro, it loves humans more than anybody we've talked about.
Yeah,
I'd say he's pretty humane. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's the most humane.
Yeah, yeah. He's quite. Yes.
So much so that he like wants to advocate for monsters, as you know.
Right.
Yeah. To the point where all of his movies, even the really good ones, have kind of like, morally simplistic sort of plots. Like they could easily be, except for the movie where the woman fucks a fish, they could easily be YA novels. And then that itself is kind of like a naive, and I'm not saying it's a limit on his part, but he's doing what Tarantino does, where kind of elevating pap.
Yeah, I mean,
taking
Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth, they're all child leads,
Yeah.
And they're
child leads. They're really broad villains, Nazis. Yeah.
I guess that Nightmare Alley is not like that at all.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That is a little bit more of a nuanced thing.
It's based off of an actual adult novel.
Yeah, the Crimson, whatever that one was.
I don't think I saw that one.
That Crimson Peak was amazing.
I've never seen that one. I should see that.
I liked it.
Ooh.
I think
I love Crimson Peak.
I wasn't blown away.
Kate Blanchett, was that right?
Yeah.
Was she in it?
No.
Who's in it?
No. It's Loki and Mia Wachowski.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like, do I like gothic romance?
Yeah.
Like, is that how I find?
I do. I have a taste for that. I'm going to see Frankenstein in the theater. I'm really excited about it. I think the movie's probably, I don't know.
Wait a minute, it's coming to a theater? I thought it was going to be a Netflix job.
Oh, they're not putting that in the theater? It looks beautiful.
It's a Netflix movie.
It looks like I want to see that.
You might be able to find a theater somewhere in California so they can get it in festivals.
Yeah, but I don't get that. We don't get those kind of shows anymore. And I think
Pinocchio
too far north.
Went straight to Netflix. This is a Netflix movie.
Yeah, but I think they were going to put it up for award seasons.
I tried to watch Pinocchio.
Yeah,
I tried, and then the character started singing, and I was like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah,
I
don't think I've ever enjoyed a version of Pinocchio.
You should read the book.
Maybe I should.
No, I read the book, and I think Wade should read the book to both of his kids, because what it is, it's a book about how to prevent your kids from becoming conned.
Oh, it's prevent
your kids from becoming marks.
It's wisdom literature.
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's terribly funny. The book itself is very funny.
It wasn't like he gets sucked into a world of con men. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Disney fight it.
Sure.
Same thing Quentin Tarantino
Uh-huh.
does. There's no, there's actual death and, stakes in the book. And it's a slim book. I mean, you could read it in one sitting.
Okay.
It's a kid's book.
Yeah.
I read it to my son at night when he was like, I don't know, 8.
Okay.
And he really enjoyed it.
Okay.
You could read it to a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old would get it. Yeah, I highly recommend the Pinocchio book. That's why I was kind of disappointed that there was so much singing in the Guillermo Del Toro.
Yeah. I think that, like, I don't know how this is going to inform awards season wise, but like, I think that like this frees P.J. Anderson could do anything, man. Like he can make another Phantom Thread. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Make another Quiet.
I felt like he kind of got to do anything he wanted, but like I really feel like there was
Anyway, I know, but I felt like that was definitely on the line here.
Right. He can make it. He can certainly make another Phantom Thread because it doesn't cost $150 million to do that. Like,
yeah, exactly. And I think that's what he's thinking.
How much money did this thing make?
It's gonna make its money back. It's gonna make its money back. It's real popular overseas too.
Okay, that's good because it hasn't made it back yet. So some people,
it's on its way. It's slow, but it's gonna make it back. What they were worried about was it opening like Benny Safdie's the Smashing Machine,
Uncut Rocks. Yeah,
and
for $6 million.
That did not do anything. That bombed. Yeah, well, it didn't get good reviews. So,
didn't the other Safdie brother make a ping pong movie?
That's coming out. We're in the middle of the Safdie wars, so we'll see.
And you have yet to see Uncut Gems?
I have yet to see Uncut Gems.
Same here.
Oh my God, James! The most James movie ever, and he hasn't seen it.
I know. Everybody says it's like a live wire of a movie. It says it's like the last 20 minutes of Goodfellas, but for a whole movie. And that's sort of what One Battle After Another feels like just insanely intense and really frantic.
No, it's a slow burn.
Oh, I've always heard it called a cocaine movie, like a movie that makes you feel like that kind of like intensity.
No.
Okay.
No, it's a slow burn. It's not kinetic like this. It's people talking in the rooms.
Yeah,
it's people talking in rooms.
But it's like I guess it's.
I wonder if this with the Uncut Rock, if it's like an Ethan Coen situation. I saw Benny Safdie talking about it in an interview, and he just looked like a fool. He just did not come off well.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's the busier one. I think he's the show pony.
He sounded like a coked out Hollywood guy talking out his ass mostly.
And he's the one that's actually got a legit acting career going for some reason.
Yeah.
And
I only saw him in The Curse.
Wait, what was he in that? He was in Licorice Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Oppenheimer.
You've seen Oppenheimer. He made a pretty big role in Oppenheimer. He was like the third largest role in Oppenheimer.
I didn't see Oppenheimer.
You haven't seen Oppenheimer?
Yeah. Nope. It's a long movie. I didn't get around to that.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta
say, you could skip Oppenheimer.
I don't think you can skip it because I think it's a movie worth seeing, but I don't think it's like it's not in my top.
I was never against seeing it, but I was like,
Like I was trying to think what's the best movies I've seen in the last, 2025. You can start guessing like what's the best movies you've seen this decade. And One Battle After Another has to win. Sinners, like 2 of them came out this year.
Right. Last year was pretty not very good movie wise. I feel like.
I'm trying to think of what else. Like people say Uncut Gems because it came out in 2020.
I mean, I felt like Nope was one of my favorite movies.
I really like Nope. Parasite
was good.
Yeah, I mean it's been pretty good. Yeah. But but I don't. Oppenheimer's not one of them. Right. But I do think think that it's definitely not one of them. But I think that I don't know. I think his performance in it is really interesting. I really liked the performance, and I really liked. I think I liked the history of it. I think I just enjoyed watching this. It's a story, literally. I was like, I didn't know how they set this up. I didn't know how you get to see a little bit of how the communism works and the Communist Party in America worked. It's like every other Nolan is an inhumane filmmaker, I feel like, too.
For sure, yeah.
And
yes.
Yeah, and so I think that's...
Oh, yes.
So maybe Nolan, Tarantino, and Fincher have a text ring. And Tarantino's like, they all humor him, but like he's the sauce. They're two boring ass like motherfuckers, and he's the sauce.
Yeah, they're the board. They need him to have a conversation. Okay.
And I think that's...
I ought to watch Tenet again. I need to buy a copy of that.
I've not watched Dunkirk, and people love that. And so I
have watched 2/3 of Dunkirk.
Uh-huh.
I have not.
And your thoughts?
Not much. It was just it's a big, loud movie that jumps around in time. I don't know. I didn't get to finish it, but the sound was awful. Like, it's got the common sound problems.
His problem. Everything's too, like, yeah, his soundtracks are too loud.
Oh, yeah.
But World War II, I don't know. I mean, like, do you want to be, torpedoed and
sorta
try to hear dialogue?
Yeah, sorta. I enjoy that. Yeah, I like that part of filmmaking. I like an action film. So
yeah,
that's not my point. Is that you want to be torpedoed and there's dialogue, but you can't hear the like the sound mixing is frustrating in his movies. Like there's,
I'll agree with that.
I don't know, understand the choices he makes. I don't understand.
He's got who's the other guy that does that? Terrence McNally.
Who?
Isn't that his name? No, what's his fucking name? Terrence Malick.
Oh, Tree of Life.
Terrence Malick.
Yeah, his audios are all fucked up too.
Yeah, I don't know what people are wanting
because he wants the soundtrack heard more than the dialogue. He's really big on no dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Like he thinks the dialogue is all dialogue is incidental to Terrence Malick, which is very weird because he was for a long time a script doctor. Like that's how he made money for like 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting. So
PTA is going script doctor way to like try to like keep the lights on.
Yeah, I guess so. He did another one too, and I can't remember what it was.
I mean, when you're so good at it, why not? I guess if I was that level of talent.
Yeah, I mean, you live in. Yeah, you're an LA guy. What else are you gonna do for?
Yeah. And it's all about you're trying to it's like. We talked on when we did the David Lynch thing that he's another actor or a director who lived in this like he never made a popular movie. He came close a couple times.
Right. But
like I do think that but he survived on maintaining connection.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of those. I think P.T. Anderson, if you were to shadow P.T. Anderson for a week, you'd see a man maintaining connection. Everybody says he's a nice guy,
right?
There's a story, John
he's making the rounds like licorice pizza,
Yeah. John from The Office once said, I saw him say in an interview, I don't know what they were asking him about, but they're friends because he made a movie with Maya Rudolph.
Oh yeah,
and you remember that the Dave Eggers movie?
Yeah.
Dave Eggers wrote it.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Where are we going to have our wonderful future? That turned into it. It was millennials figuring out what awesome life are they going to live.
Yeah.
Right.
I should watch that again. But anyway, it was. It's a totally fucking. Oh my god, they're kind of the characters from that movie. Away We Go.
Yeah, that's right.
A white guy, like I don't know, and she was pregnant. Like, yeah, that was a horrible. Anyway, he said that he was at a party at P.T. Anderson's house, and it was all industry types. And he was talking to P.T. Anderson, talking about a movie, and they didn't say what movie. And he said, and I was really unhappy. I thought it was a really bad movie. And I was telling P.T. Anderson about this, and he says, don't ever say that in this town. He goes, you can think it, just don't, because you never know where your next connection will come from. And so I think that's probably like, and so John Krasinski's like, in that way I learned something about Hollywood. I think that's something that probably P.T. Anderson probably picked up from his dad or some shit.
I mean, that's what everybody that lives out there, I feel like, has picked that up. That's why
you don't ever say, you don't.
It's why people like Alex Kurtzman keep making movies.
Yeah. And so you got one guy that picked up the moves. He learned the way they move. A real artist. I followed them. I mimic the way they move. You move like them. But yeah, I think that's probably what he does. And so I think we get another great P.T. Anderson movie. He could probably take 5 years to write this one. I know.
He probably will. I bet you. I'm going to predict 7 years. I want to say 7 years. 2032 is when the next one comes out, I bet.
Yeah, he might take a good long one. And it'll be like The Master. It'll be this impenetrable character study. It'll be like about some monk, like the 13th century, like or something.
Yeah. I hope.
Yeah, I hope too.
All right, guys. That's a good note. I gotta go. My stuff is dying.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I gotta go. My stuff is dying.
Oh, my stuff. Don't die, stuff.